Hello everybody, my name is Peter Koutny and today I'm going to show a game of Hikaru Nakamura. I'm going to show a game Hikaru Nakamura as a white and Andrey-Esipenko as a black. This game was played on FIDE Grand Prix 2022 in Berlin. And because everybody knows that Andrey-Esipenko is one of the most talented young chess players, lots of people were asking if Hikaru Nakamura has any chance against this strong chess player, because Hikaru Nakamura is playing mostly on internet and is not playing too much world top tournaments. So maybe you'll be surprised, or I hope you will not be surprised, that I will tell you that Hikaru Nakamura will beat Andrey-Esipenko. So welcome here, and if you are enjoying game of Hikaru Nakamura, you will see nice game. Or maybe if you are playing this opening, you will see interesting sideline, because exactly here Nakamura played king to c2 and this is an interesting sideline. So watch this game and watch what's going on if two players are playing nice chess. So welcome. Here black played knight to f6 and white say Nakamura played move a3. He's going to stop move knight to b4. Of course, he's not going to stop move knight to d4. And Andrey-Esipenko played immediately knight to d4. I'm not worried that this move is the best move at all. So maybe watch this position and I will tell you that the knight on d4 is the best black piece. So it makes sense for white to exchange this piece immediately, because this piece is giving threat to white's army. At the other side, bishop on g2 is super strong bishop, and if you are going to open this diagonal as white is doing by this exchange of these knights, white is enjoying this exchange. Of course, white need to solve how he will play this position, and Nakamura found it nice move. You know, he will play move b4, and maybe this move surprise black, because now after move b4, black has only two choices. I think the best move is to play bishop to e7. Second best move is bishop to b6, and the worst move is to take on c3. Let's watch first variation, bishop to e7. It's the variation where black will save his two bishops, at least his dark squares bishop, because here I'm sure that Hikaru will play knight to a4 and d3. I think that here white got a slight edge. I still believe in this bishop, because this bishop is super strong in this open diagonal. Second bishop should be strong here and to attack d4 pawn and maybe c7 pawn. It's a small weakness. So I believe that because of bigger activity and some weaknesses inside of black's army, say weak pawns, I believe that white got edge. Here black played but bishop to b6, and Hikaru Nakamura is going to exchange this bishop immediately. So he believes in two bishops advantage, and I'm sure that in open positions two bishops are strong. So this is the first lesson to us: believe in two bishops, and if you have any chance to get this advantage, just go there immediately as Hikaru Nakamura, because he played knight to a4, and after Rook e8 he took immediately this bishop. Okay, black is getting open a file, but at the other side white is enjoying two bishops advantage, and two bishops in open position, that's a nice weapon. e3, and another nice move of Hikaru Nakamura. Why? At the first, two bishops love open position, and Hikaru Nakamura is going to open position. Second, and against on d4 is the best black piece. Okay, it's not a piece, it's a pawn, but still it's the best pawn, and Hikaru Nakamura is not enjoying to see inside of his land any of black's army or any of black's soldier or any of black's pawns, and for this reason he is playing move e3. Nice move, nice lesson, and it's the right feeling that, just remember, never ever let your opponent to place his pieces inside of your territory. Now, not a nice move d3 happened. Just I will show in case black is taking on e3, white will take by f pawn, and I think that now white is nearly winning, or he will enjoy huge advantage, and something went wrong, because this is a terrible position for black. Open position, open files, and no counterplay at all. So that's another story because I have to move e3, black played d3, but it's a big deal if this pawn is weak or strong. Okay, let's go on. Queen to c3 and knight to e4. Okay, maybe now I will tell you that the best move is to exchange this light squares bishop, and this is a surprise because I told you two bishops, and blah blah blah. But sometimes you have to be more flexible. So the best move here it was bishop to take on e4. Of course, this is not easy move, but it's the best. And now f3, bishop to b2. Okay, this is a threat. G7 checkmate and queen to d4, and at the end maybe this endgame has a nice edge without any risk to white. Of course, it's a bigger question if this endgame is winning or no because of light squares bishop against dark squares bishop, and maybe yes or maybe no, but I'm very happy to see that Hikaru Nakamura believe more in his two bishops advantage than in some slightly better endgame, and he played queen to c4. At least I show you variation where I believe that white is playing without any risk. So bishop to f5, bishop to b2, and now Hikaru took. So I am not far from my variation, and right now he's going to take this bishop on e4. Nearly same variation will happen, but you have to be super strong chess master to be not afraid to exchange this light squares bishop and to leave such many light squares around your king weak or weaker. So bishop to e4 happened, probably is the best move here, and black took by a bishop. Okay, in case he's taking by a rook, here is the variation where we are not far from the main game and not far from the main moves. It's nice to see that maybe black is holding this game, and maybe it's not to see a big advantage for white, so at the end we will see a victory of white. So let's go on, because we saw this move. White took on e4, black took by a bishop and f3, so nearly the same position, and rook to c1. Maybe still it's interesting to play bishop queen to d4 and to play the same endgame. So I show you endgame. Now we are in the endgame, but not right now because this was only variation. White played rook to c1, and he believed that this pawn is weak pawn. So just only imagine that white one day will play a4, b5, and then c7 is a weak pawn, and maybe will fall down. So first happened rook to c1 and queen to f4. Maybe here is another threat, and still looks like c7 pawn. It's not exactly the best pawn on the board. Another threat is here to play rook to c4 and d4, and this pawn should be weak pawn. As I told you, this pawn is a strong or weak, and it's up to next moves. And maybe Hikaru Nakamura believed that this pawn is weak. Just imagine that black will lose this pawn, he will lose the game. So f6 happened, and rook to c4, rook to d8, and rook to c1. And now maybe big mistake happened here, and looks like this is a mistake. Even I think that black is now worse, and what we saw normal looking move of Hikaru Nakamura, nothing special, nothing great, but just if you are going to check who got better pieces, I'm sure that white's got better pieces. Both rooks are better, bishops is better, pawns are better, so advantage belong to white. But black need to play best move, and exactly here the best move it was here queen to e8, and maybe here say still a difficult position for black, but maybe should hold. It's interesting that Hikaru Nakamura is playing nice chess, and because as I told you he's famous on internet much more than in chess tournament, he's coming back, and maybe, who knows, he should win this tournament, and he should play candidates tournament, and hopefully, finger crossed, we should see one day World Chess Championship match Nakamura-Carlsen, and this should be great. So let's come back because we saw last move rook to c1 and queen to e6. It's a mistake. b5 and of course Hikaru Nakamura tactic. Hikaru Nakamura saw this move immediately and he's playing for this move. So c7 pawn is a weak and let's go on. Now another threat. Rook to e4 and this was the most important move in this variation and looks like yes, black's position is falling down. Too many threats, and you know, now black need to save his life, he need to save his pawns, and it will be a difficult job. So queen to f7, one exchange, and rook on c7. This is a nearly winning rook, and just add one double pawn here another weak pawn. So nearly every endgames are lost, and Hikaru Nakamura is playing like Japanese samurai for winning this winning game. Okay, here absolutely lost game, and last hope was rook to d7, check on c8, and now again super bomb. White took on f6. Oh, that's a nice move. I hope that this variation will not surprise you because Nakamura is amazing in calculation, in tactic, and he is able to see everything, but he is able to see everything fast. So he took. So what's going on? Black took by a g pawn. It's a check. And okay, variation now. Take, and this endgame is lost because too many pawns are weak and too many pawns will be fall down. So that was the first variation, and let's enjoy this game because it's giving me nice energy. So black came to f8 and take and queen to b4. So we are in the same variation, and now there's nothing to tell you that white is winning. So let's enjoy and let's see how great Hikaru Nakamura is playing chess. So okay, not take this queen. He took a pawn on d3, and okay, I will show this variation. For example, check on b4 and h4. You know, it's hard to stop all white's pawn, and it's not hard to stop black's pawn. For this reason, this endgame is absolutely winning, and white will not have big difficulties. You know, you have to work hard. You are working hard in the middle game, you are working hard in the end game, and at the end, if you have a winning end game, you have to win because you spend too much energy to reach such of this winning end game, and white won. You know, it's important to win winning game, and it's important to win your chances. So what we saw nice game of Hikaru Nakamura. He won against Andrey-Esipenko, and Andrey-Esipenko is super strong grandmaster. So well done to Hikaru Nakamura, and let's go on. Let's see how Hikaru Nakamura should win FIDE Grand Prix. This game was nice. It was full of tactic, full of surprise, full of sidelines, and I hope that you enjoyed. If yes, feel free and press like and press my day. Just press follow and stay by me. Thank you very much for watching. I hope I will see you soon in our another YouTube chess video. See you soon. Bye bye.